and you have to go to the restroom every 20 minutes, and you can't stop in the middle of the 100 meter and say, hey, wait a minute, I have to run to the restroom. So the judges kind of worked up, they knew what my problem was, but if it had not been for my physical fitness, I would not have had that kind of recovery and as fast. I went through the operation, I had the seed implant the last week of March, and I was competing already at the end of April.
Wow.
And so that really, it took my mind off a bit, and when you have a serious thing going on, sometimes you can get depressed, and that kind of warded off that particular road and not go down that. So I have the Senior Olympics to thank. Anybody who wants to get, whether you compete or not, but just to get into some Olympic training and to meet some new people. You've got people that plan their vacations around the Senior Olympics. They bring their families, they bring their grandkids, and a lot of them have campers. So it's a great event, and so people should at least get exposed to it. And I think right now we have about 25 to 30 that are calling me every day to see when the first meeting is going to be. And I think by the time we're done, we will probably have about 50 that will actually enter the Olympics, the Senior Olympics. Monday, I got a call and I was asked if I would be the ambassador for the Senior Olympics in Western Michigan. And I, without hesitation, I said I would love that.
Okay.
So I want to get out there, and I want to introduce it to as many people as I can, and it's just a great type of event for exercise and really to get out and meet some people.
And as you indicated, it's less important whether or not you win, just the fact that you're out there doing something.
It really is. That's absolutely right. And when you hear the remarkable stories of people who've overcome illness or an accident and are competing, it's a great outlet for them. So I would extend a welcome to anyone, and I will give you the time to learn about the Olympics. I'll give you the paperwork that you need, and you'll be on your way.
You gonna get a website up and running sometime?
I have my website, and the information will be on my website, and hopefully now that will link directly with the website for the Michigan Senior Olympics.
Of course, they can always Google it.
Well, they can, yes, but people like to have information firsthand. They like a handout. They like to have the discussion and hear discussion, and we'll have plenty of that. I did that last year for a couple of weeks. I had some meetings, and then I was training people on how to play pickleball. So this year we should have a tremendous representation from the Muskegon area.
Okay. Yeah, one more question for you before we take a quick break, and then we'll be back and elaborate a little bit more about Senior Olympics opportunities here in Michigan, and West Michigan in particular. But the definition, what is the technical age for senior now? It's kind of all over the board.
It is, and that's a good question. Age 50 and over is the break point, and you are divided by 5-year increments.
I see. Okay.
So every 5 years. I was a freshman in the age 70 to 75 bracket this year, so that was an edge. But every 5 years is when you move into a different bracket.
Okay, so you had an opportunity to kick a little tail in that bracket, but as the years go on...
I know, it gets tougher. The training is the tough part.
Okay, now I'm talking with Jimmy O'Hearn, known as JimmyO, who's the ambassador for Senior Olympics here in West Michigan. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back, and we'll talk a little bit more about how you can get involved and what the benefits are for participating in Senior Olympics.
That's great.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, I really messed up. I basically wasted 2 years of my life going to the wrong college. So many of my credits just won't transfer. My friends who went to MCC, they don't have this problem.
MuskegonCC.edu. Great start.
Hello again, everybody. Bill Oxterman from MCC here in the campus studios of MCC TV 98. Back on the air with Jimmy O'Hearn, a Senior Olympian, gold medal winner, and ambassador for Senior Olympics in Michigan. And Jimmy is promoting Senior Olympics here in the greater Muskegon area. Wants to let folks know how they can get involved, and is going to be organizing classes and information sessions. And we're going to find out a little bit more about the breadth and scope and benefits of Senior Olympics. We'll have some specific questions and some general questions. And Jimmy's Irish, so he's not afraid to talk up. And having a delightful time here. And, you indicated, Jimmy, that you grew up on a dairy farm in Wisconsin.
Yes.
Any thoughts on how that impacted how you live your life? Very organized, having to stay fit, all that sort of thing?
That's a good question, and I really owe a lot to that early upbringing because I'm the oldest of 11, and the oldest son was considered the higher man by the time he was 6.
Great.
And so
you're drafted.
you gravitate away from your siblings because you're out there working. But I think it was the work ethic that has served me better than anything else. And nothing ever came easy for me. So it was. I'm a grinder, and you had to grind away to get the result that you wanted. Long days. And early in the morning and late at night, and too tired to do anything else, so you went to bed. But I didn't appreciate it at the time, but as the years went by, I was ever thankful that I had that type of start.
So that work ethic kind of carried forward in your career as a business consultant?
Yes.
Helping other people be successful?
Yes, indeed.
And now you're carrying that on to helping
Right.
people lead a successfully healthy lifestyle in their golden years.
Right. I always tell people this is my second life.
Well, that's great. So you've been in Muskegon now just about a year and a half?
Yes.
And you won how many? 4 gold medals?
In Michigan, I won 2 gold, a silver, and a bronze.
Great.
And I was very fortunate to be able to compete because I was nursing a hamstring for about 7 months. And so I'm just really, really thankful I was able to compete. And the 100 and the 200 meters means the most to me, and that's what I got a gold medal in.
That's great. And as we were chatting earlier in the first segment, it's really about doing something.
Yes.
More than it is about winning. Of course, everybody likes to win. Not everybody can.
Well, that's
Or
a good
will.
point. But there's such a great support system within the Olympians. If you come in first or you come in last, you still have people coming up to you and saying what a great job you did. And with some of the Olympians, we know that they're overcoming some health issues, which makes it even the more dramatic when they cross the finish line, no matter what place that they came into. There's a certain bonding that goes on, and it certainly is true with the senior Olympians. We really bond at the athletic banquet. I think there's like 300-400 of us at the athletic banquet. And just a great, great thing that happens there. So we have a podium for the medals, the medal ceremonies, and we try and copy as much as we can the real Olympics. And it's just a great tribute to the people who put it on and to every single person who had anything to do with the Senior Olympics, whether they participated or whether they volunteered. It's just a great tribute.
Okay. Now, as an ambassador for the Michigan Senior Olympics, your goal is to represent West Michigan and encourage people to participate. So the Michigan competition they're held in different cities. Is there a bid process, I would imagine?
They used to move the Senior Olympic host city around.
Okay.
They prefer not to do that anymore. So 2008 was the second year for Rochester and Auburn Hills.
I see.
And through 2011, that's where it will be. But all the other types of events to sort of get ready for the Senior Olympics, I'm going to try and encourage communities to host the events as closely simulated to the Olympics as they possibly can, so people get a taste for what it's about and what they might have to go through. So as I make my travels, I'm certainly going to offer that, and I will certainly give assistance to that. And I know that Spring Lake